don't think I need to introduce myself to most of you, but some of you I probably do. My name's Judy Carpenter. I guess you could say that I was more or less the vision behind this, but this was a collaboration of a lot of people who were dedicated to this project, and they're also dedicated to a sustainable environment. And I think the people from Oregon will address that a little bit later. But I'd like to introduce the people first who have had hands-on in this project, and I'm not sure where they all are, but the first one would be J.P. Abel, or John Paul Abel. John Paul is the farm manager, and he actually, we took this house from Precision Craft Home, and J.P. redesigned the entire house on the inside, and in fact knew more about this design, even the original design, than the original architect did when we got to Precision Craft. So, and so I think the original architect was actually a little embarrassed when we went down to talk to him because JP knew so much. The second one is Larry Todd, and Larry is over here. Larry has, I don't know that he's moved mountains, but he's certainly knocked the tops off a lot of things around here. And, when you look at the place and you think that, gosh, and I've talked to people out here, they thought we had a wonderful plan, but we really didn't have a plan. But what we had was Larry. and Larry, he's been the head honcho down here. He's approved all the bills. He's coordinated with everybody, and he's just done a wonderful job, and I'm just awfully proud of him. And then there's Bill Yaton, and Bill's over here. He's been the consultant, and Bill has brought us through the LEEDS project. We're not completely through it, but we're almost all the way through it, and he's put us in line to win the gold award. So we're awfully excited about that. Before I turn this over, though, to Bill and to the people from Oregon to explain and answer any of your questions, I'd like to introduce the people here that have been awfully important to me over the years and who have really kept this project rolling and kept me running. First of all, my assistant, Shelley Bolton, and Shelley's in the blue down there, and Shelley was the first to think that we really needed to have a project, and the reason that happened was because I was teaching Shelley how to shoot down at Charlotte Rifle and Pistol, and Shelley shot the trap house twice. So when the fellow ran out and screamed at me that she had shot the trap house, which everybody shoots the trap house, it's not a big deal, and that's why they have green paint near trap houses. So we decided, she said, why don't you just go build your own trap field? And that's how this started, was I just wanted my own trap field. And we reinforced our trap house. A little extra concrete. And then there's Donna Spurlock. Donna was safety director at National Welders, and I managed to get her to come over here with me. And she is head of the administrative department. She pays the bills. She handles the insurance claims. She makes sure that everything is safe. I mean, we're not out here on the project all the time, but they know what they're supposed to do. Whether they do it or not, I don't know, but they know what they're supposed to do. And she also advances policy. So anytime we need a policy written, then Donna's the person that we go to. Sally Pritchard is, and I don't know where Sally is out here. There she is, right in front of me. Sally handles the real estate, and Sally has been a friend for many years. And Sally also, she handles the real estate. She handles disgruntled renters. And if you're in TKK or in South Carolina, Sally can marry you, actually, over there. Sally has performed several weddings. And she is a great event planner. and with a wedding, she performs the weddings. She puts the bride and groom. She can write the vows, and she handles the catering. So she's the gal to go to. Kathy East is Sally's assistant, and Kathy, thank goodness, was before she got to us, she was a professional organizer, and we need that really badly from where we're coming from. Linda Gordon is the newest employee that I've got, and Linda is special in that before she got to the farm and down to TKK and to work for us, she worked for a small company called Enron in a past life, and actually they had windmills, they had windmill farms that they put up, and it was Linda's responsibility to explain those windmills. And I say windmills, Bill has corrected me back here, it's a wind turbine. But the wind turbines that Linda was involved in were 160 feet, I think, and it was her responsibility to go around to schools and explain how they work to children. So I'd like for her to explain how they work to me. She could do that. And then there's Wesley Todd, and there's Wesley over here. He's next to Larry, and Wesley is actually he's not given as much credit as he deserves. But if you go down to the 5 stand and look at the 5 stand, Wesley designed the floor down there, and it's going to be, when it gets completely finished, it's going to be beautiful. But Wesley keeps everything kind of moving around here, and he's very quietly around to make sure everything goes right. And then the last person is Brenda Todd, Larry's lovely wife, and she is just here she's been here for a lot of support, and she's available whenever somebody needs something. Brenda's always been around, and she's just great to work with. Well, now that you know everybody, I'm going to turn this over to Bill Yaton, and they can explain everything that I couldn't understand, couldn't explain, don't understand. Here you are.
All right. Thank you, Judy. Good morning, everyone, and again, thank you for joining us out here. Nearly a year ago, Judy asked if I would become involved in the project and help sort out a few administrative issues, and 6 months after that, we were marching full speed ahead with a full-scale effort to produce a nearly self-sustaining LEED certified home. I think at that time we didn't know what we were really chasing, and right now we feel very confident in having a LEED Gold certified home at the end of the process. Through use of efficient and sustainable construction methods and renewable energy systems, as you can see, the wind turbine and solar array, the home is making a tremendous statement and commitment to the environment, a sustainable commitment. And I thank Judy again for standing behind your commitment to do this out here on this project. Thank you again. Since most of you are here for the barbecue, I won't take long. However, I would like to ask that each one of you take a moment and take a look at our boards that are scattered all around. It's meant to be just kind of a shortcut of a lot of the cool facts of what we're pursuing on the LEED certification. There's all kind of other grids and charts and things that Larry and I grind on details, but they're really not as fun as talking about those systems that we have there. We're very proud of them, and we'd love you to ask questions and just ask any one of us. So again, thank you for being here, and I'm going to turn the mic over to Eric Lynch. Eric is president of Arc Energy Solutions, and they are the company responsible for our renewable energy systems.
Well, thank you, Bill, and great day today, and I'll take full credit for the weather and the wind and everything. We coordinated that as well. So I'd like to thank Ms. Carpenter for our involvement in this project, and we also had some local partners as well with Besco Electric and also with Detweiler, who is a local company that made the racking for the solar modules, and it really has been a team effort from day one. And when Bill first contacted me and asked me to be part of this, I sort of felt like I was part of extreme home makeover with renewable energy and everything. So it's been pretty exciting from day one, and I wanted to give you a couple of facts about the system and some of the environmental benefits, and there's additional information on the board here as well, but the solar panels that are out there are generating enough electricity to power about 4 average American homes. So to give you kind of, just to put it in perspective, and it's equivalent to, from an air quality perspective, equivalent to planting about 740 trees. So it really is a significant endeavor, and it's going to have a significant impact on our local environment over the long run. Save about 29 tons, of CO2 emissions over time as well each year. So with that said, I think I'd really like to, I guess the next step, we'll probably head on over there and tilt up the turbine, and I don't know if we're going to say move that bus or anything like that, but I guess we would, I think there are some safety requirements that I think when we get over there, we do want to have maybe Clay just quickly address. We don't want to have people up too close, and so we'll have a couple of our guys just sort of, directing folks so that they're not in any kind of harm's way.
Stay out of the fall zone.
Definitely stay out of the fall zone. By the way, the cut-in speed, which is the speed at which the wind turbine starts making power, is just a little under 6 miles per hour. So we will actually see the wind turbine turn today in the wind. May or may not be generating power, sort of depends. As we get up higher, there's an exponential effect with wind. So as we get up higher, you'll see that the wind at 60 feet, and that's why the tower is so tall, the wind up there is typically much stronger and much smoother than we have down here at the ground. So with that,
I want to point out that saw back over there. Wesley's going to be cutting a board with a saw powered by renewable energy.
a couple of things. Because we're not connected to the grid here yet, the utility grid, the solar and the wind power systems are not live and connected to the grid, but we did hook up one of the arrays, the front array of the solar system down there, and there's actually a saw over there that we're going to sort of demonstrate the power. It's just coming directly off the sun. It'll power up the saw. We also do have a little small water pumping display back over behind the white tent, which we have a solar panel, and we're showing that pump running directly off of energy created 100 million miles away. All right. Thank you.